TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Partners USA. TNS Media Group is a team and a family. I want to welcome everybody to our show today. So this show is sponsored by Mecca Care LLC, located at 5025 Germantown Avenue. Mecca Care LLC, giving you an abundance of what you need. So let's jump right into this episode. Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted in the first round, may not even get drafted in the second round, but I believe he'll get drafted in the second round. But we just talked about this in the fact of the matter. He made a decision that he wanted to play the hand that he was dealt as far as, hey, listen, I'm Shedeur Sanders. I'm a generational talent. I'm already making millions of dollars, or whatever he was thinking, and the league just showed him who was in power.
Let's recap a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. I was thoroughly under the opinion that he cannot do this. Yeah. Why? Because the way the NFL is ran, they try to keep the competition even. And when I say that, I mean the Eagles just won the Super Bowl this year. They don't get the #1 pick. They get the pick 32. Why? Because if you win the Super Bowl, that's telling everybody that your team is good. So now, by the Eagles getting if they get the #1 pick this year, that would be that would be unfair.
Correct.
That would be you're adding talent on talent. No, you got to give it keeps this competition good. Yeah. The teams that's on the bottom, they get a chance to get better. They get a chance to get better. Now, you're not bigger than the NFL. You can't go and them people pulling you in because they may want to pick you at 3. So they're bringing you in and they want to see your work, your body of work. You go in there because you got an attitude, you disgruntled. You're not bigger than the NFL, man. This is what I told you yesterday. Look, I won't be surprised if he don't go in the second round. I won't be surprised at all.
But it's a lot of teams that need it.
Man, it's not even, it's a lot of teams that just passed on him in 32 picks.
I think that they just was letting him, showing him, not saying you're wrong, they were showing him who was in power.
And do you think the message was received by him and his father?
I believe so.
I think his father knows better. His father played in the NFL. He knows better. They will blackball you, man. We sit there and watch this time and again. These people, Deshaun Watson, they let him go. Don't nobody want to touch him. Didn't nobody want to touch him. When you sit there and try to act like that you're bigger than, that's a community. The owners, that's a fraternity. They're in their own little group. You're not bigger than them. These dudes are million and billion dollar people that's trying to have a productive team. You're not going to come in there. They're going to listen. The last time that something like this happened is with Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning. What was that? 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was a minute ago. Yeah,
and you haven't seen it since. You're not going to do that because now you're setting a precedent. Everybody, because now dudes that know they good, that know they're going to be picked in the top 5 in the first round, dudes know who they is. So they know it's a 99% chance that they're going to a team that is trash. Why? Because they have them picks.
But I don't think Shedeur was upset about going to the Giants.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
He was probably saying, I'm a starter. Don't, listen, why you got this quarterback?
That he's going to get the starting job. He could take it in camp, training camp. If you're this, if you're a starter and you're this and you're electrifying, you will show them in training camp and get that job. How many quarterbacks you seen come in and he's supposed to sit for a year and he right out there starting that season? Why? Because he took the job. He showed them he could do the job during training camp. That's your addition. That's it. Okay, you feel that way? Cool, that's cool. I'm not saying nothing wrong with feeling that way. You're supposed to have the confidence in yourself, like, oh, y'all got these dudes right here. Okay, that's cool. But at the end of the day, he still has to showcase his talent in training camp. He got to get it done in training camp. When he get out there, he's better than right now Russell or right now Jameson. But he's better than them.
Is he though? Am I saying Russell Wilson has played in this NFL in this game? Now he's older now, but is he really that much better than Russell Wilson? He's younger.
Right now?
He's younger, but we haven't seen him on the NFL field.
Well, we haven't seen him on the NFL. If I was looking at, you're right. The linebackers, everybody, offensive linemen, everybody.
Shedeur is not like a mobile quarterback. I mean, he's not known to be electronic.
I think his father should have been more of a hands-on with him. His father, needed to talk to him before he went and did that, man. Like, that comes not just from Shedeur's, but his father. His father was a great player in the NFL. He knows what this NFL is about. You wasn't supposed to go in there and set that precedent with them attitudes and the unruly attitude behavior these people might want to pick you.
I think the NFL was showing them this is not college football. This
Exactly.
is the NFL.
This is the NFL, and this is our brand, and we standing behind it, and we have integrity. You're not gonna come do that. I told you this yesterday.
And they aligned.
And you sat there and argued me down up here yesterday.
I said that he was.
You was like, yeah, why he can't do it? Why he can't do it? He can go in there and tell them what. No, you cannot. You can't do that.
But my opinion is he's explaining to them how he feels. But you're right. In my opinion, it backfired on him. If that's what he did,
that's what he did.
He may not even get drafted until maybe the 3rd round, but somebody's gonna pick him up.
Somebody's gonna pick him up. He's gonna get picked,
and he's gonna be a steal. He's gonna be a steal.
Yeah, he's gonna be a steal. We know they're only doing this because of his actions, not because of his talent. You understand what I'm saying? They're showing him, hold up, slow down, because you ain't got to be in this league. You'll go to whatever league you wanted to, not this one. Come on, man. Like you're just not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to get up there. You're not going to act like that you're big. You're not bigger than the NFL. And they just showed you that last night. That was major. That was a major, major, major move. Ain't no team drafted him. We talking about this man was going in the top 3, man. Do you know the message that sent, man? That was a major message. They sent a message out. That man did not get drafted at all in the 1st round. He wasn't no 2nd round prediction.
No, not at all. 1st round for sure. 1st round for sure. He was like the top 2-3 quarterbacks.
Come on, man.
In the draft.
They humbled him. He had some humble pie yesterday, and he might get it again today.
You think so?
I won't be surprised.
My thing is, the Giants passed on him and then drafted Jackson Dart from Ole Miss.
Just show him. Boy, we ain't worried about you. We put anybody in this slot.
Yeah,
that was outright a message for him, and I hope he received it. Well, matter of fact, I know he received it because that just hit his pockets.
They had a big party, everybody there, the family there. You know what I mean? Gilly the kid and everybody from the Philadelphia out there, Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? It's like a total slap in the face. He had the big chain on, all the diamonds.
And he was humble Humza at the end of the night like this. They ain't even draft me. Ain't nobody called me, and that was a message to him. That was a very loud and bold statement, not only to him but to anybody else that try to do that. That want to think I don't want to go. The people, they not putting up with that, man. They not putting up with that. You're not going to come into their arena. This is their arena. These owners, this is their stuff. They're $1 billion, $1 million, typhoons. They are the NFL. You're not going to come. That's like us going to work. And I'm coming there telling my boss I'm not doing this edit today. I want to talk about this. No, it's the same way. That's not going to happen. And you see it. That man, they disrespect. I ain't even gonna say that's disrespect. That was an action to his reaction. That's all it was. They sent him a loud message, and I'm quite sure he received it.
Yeah, and I think the Shedeur, like you said, this was a humbling experience.
And it might be humbling even further today.
Humble Dion too.
Boy, y'all better hush up, man.
Don't come over here in this NFL thing that you running the thing like you're running in college. Don't come over here.
Like you sitting there talking to me, and my son ain't playing. But man, it's the way, the order, how the NFL. This is what I told you yesterday. The worst teams get the best picks. So it's sad to say that if you're good, you're going to a horrible team. Why? Because they want to try to keep the competition good amongst all 32 teams. And the way that they do it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think that gives everybody a chance to get good. Do you agree?
I agree. Now in the 2nd round, right? The second round, I could possibly see him going,
But if he don't, it won't shock me.
The Browns had to have the 1st pick in the 2nd round.
They might take him.
I can see them taking them probably there, or at number, and they got the 1st pick and the 4th pick.
Look, he's still going to a trash team. Look, and that ain't a market like New York, but Cleveland. Down there in Cleveland. Cleveland, man.
Yeah, he got.
You ain't get drafted in the 1st round at all, and you go in the 2nd round and go to Cleveland. I'd rather went to New York than Cleveland, because he could promote his brand better in New York.
But he can possibly even go land.
But Cleveland really not all that
Vegas,
much trash. They got
the Raiders.
Trash.
That's what I'm saying. He can still go there.
Trash.
So I'll tell you the top 5 picks. The 1st picks in the second round is going to be Cleveland at number 1. Houston, he's not going there.
No, he's there.
Tennessee.
Trash.
Tennessee
trying to trade up right now.
But Tennessee, they drafted which call, so he's not going. And then you got the Browns
teams,
again, and then the Raiders.
All these teams bypassed him in the first round, man.
Yeah. I was surprised to see the Steelers even pass it on him.
I wasn't surprised to hear about none of that.
Yeah, that was like
when I seen that, I sat there and told. I know you was surprised.
Yeah, the owners,
because you was basically in here ready to come to blows to me. Why he can't? He could. No, you can't. Look, or do you believe me now? That's all I ask.
Well, the Eagles, think Eagles take him if he dropped 32nd pick or something.
No, man, we got 25-year-old Jalen Hurts, man. We ain't worried about that boy, man.
Yeah, I can see him ending up probably in Cleveland. I think
Cleveland's going to take him with that.
Or the Patriots.
What would they pick?
They pick at the sixth pick.
Sixth in the second round?
Yes.
Yeah, Patriots are definitely taking. They got Drake May down there, though. But they still take him.
Yeah, he don't got no choice now. He got to get drafted.
But now he going to a team that's going to probably, Giants is trash, but it's a big market. He going to make a lot of money there, especially with promotion of his brand, until their team get better and they can compete for a Super Bowl. But other than that, the rest of these markets that's needing a quarterback that may draft him, that's not a big, it's damn near no teams in the NFL that's not as good as, is a big market as New York. New York is a big market team. LA has a big market team. Like, these are big like you could just promote your brand there, play good, and your name Sanders, and you will get paid a bunch of money for that alone because of the, everybody. New York is a big brand team. It's a big market team.
Yeah.
And now you might have missed out on that. And if he go to Cleveland, man, that man gonna be Sicky Minaj. Sicky Minaj, man. If that man goes to Cleveland, he will be Sicky Minaj. And I tell y'all here, right now on TBIC, the best in sports entertainment, he will be Sicky Minaj if he goes to Cleveland. But he bought it on himself, man. You're not bigger than the NFL.
So he gonna be sick about that, go to Cleveland.
Yes.
He has an opportunity to play in the NFL, and actually, one of his dreams was to be drafted. So I don't think he cares where he get drafted at right now, because he's still gonna make millions and millions of dollars because he's already built his brand outside of football. So it's just a matter of where he's gonna land and what he's gonna do. But we'll see what happens. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be probably Cleveland.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the Patriots, and probably at that sixth pick in the second round.
Right.
In my opinion, because these are the best. He's one of the best available players right now. There's not really too many players you can take that's better than him right now. Shedeur didn't get drafted, but there was some notable players that were taken off of the board. With the first pick, the Tennessee Titans took Ken Ward at quarterback. In my opinion, I thought we all know this would be the first pick.
Yeah.
Because Shedeur kind of, got himself off of the radar by saying the things he said. But Ken Ward, what could he do down there in Tennessee? What do you think he brings to that team? He passed for over 4,000 yards. But in my opinion, I don't think they can't get any worse.
My thing is, I was just ready to say what you said. Like, it's an upgrade from Will Levi. Will Levi is horrible.
Levi selling some jeans.
Yeah. He's out there. He can go ahead and put his jeans on and exit the building now. Now, they have a quarterback that's, like you said, 4,000 yards. How many touchdowns?
He had, I think, 39 touchdowns.
39 touchdowns. Yeah, this is, I'm talking about, this is a huge, enormous upgrade from Will Levi. So, they will be sitting, and then for years to come. So now they can build around this. You have your quarterback, and Tennessee got a defense. Tennessee, they got a nice defense.
Yeah.
So, get them a couple offensive pieces to go in there that he can work with, and they're growing. It's a whole bunch of steps up from Will Levi. So that was great.
Yeah, I agree. Second pick in the draft, Travis Hunter. They put him on the board as a cornerback. I mean, he'll play the cornerback position.
So he's not going to play offense and defense.
I think he was probably better at receiver.
Because he's strong. He go attack the ball. He don't just let it come to him.
Yeah,
he that was a great addition for Jacksonville Jaguars. But cornerback though, well, he's great. He's great at cornerback.
Yeah,
he's magnificent at that. So,
I think he's probably the most talented player in the draft.
Because he's versatile. He can play both sides of the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
So, do you think in training camp he's going to play a little bit of receiver and quarterback?
Yes, they're going to definitely see where his heart lies at, either on the defense or offense. He could do both, but they want to see what he can do the best.
He'd be like one of them, you know, the pocket knives.
Yeah,
you can just bring him
switch
in.
knife.
Yeah, you bring him in on, you know, on certain
anything.
plays.
On anything.
Second is short, third is short.
He get out there, not even third and short. He can get out there and line up with the wide receivers.
Right.
First down.
You're right. You're right.
Now he ain't one of them. He is very well rounded. So you can bring him out and line him up on offense.
Yeah.
What? Don't let an offensive player, wide receiver go down. Plug him right in.
You're right. I agree. Third pick, you know, Abdul Carter, you know, monster. Giants took him.
Man, I'm so sick about that, man. But the Giants, man. One thing about the
jack
Giants,
that
they gonna just give him to us or something like
jack
that.
that off, yeah.
After about a year or
About
two,
3-4 years.
Yeah, they give him up. That's what we can look forward to with the Giants. But I was mad that they got him though. I ain't gonna lie, man, because I told you I like him.
I would rather them go to, you know, I would rather go to them, you know, get picked at the second pick and then go over there with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't want him in our division. He's gonna be a problem over there with hurting them.
But
you know, offensive line. But he over there, he got to go against Lane Johnson.
But he be by himself.
He got a little bit of help over there.
No, he got Tibbs. Man, the Giants is horrible.
They kept
man.
Tibbs, so they kept Tibbs. They didn't get rid of him.
But the Giants is horrible, man. They are horrible, man. You know, when you only got to worry about one defender, even if he is, or just double him up. Double him up. I can see if they got three on the line, like how the Eagles got all them hogs up front. You can't double one of them up, you in trouble. Yeah. So, you know, it's like he ain't go to the right, you know, the right team formation, I should say. Yeah.
And then, the Patriots took Will Campbell from LSU, offensive tackle. Mm-hmm. They're in rebuilding stage, trying to get the offensive line together. Mm-hmm. They might draft Shedeur in the second round. So they're getting the offensive line together. You can't never go wrong with the offensive lineman. Mason Graham from Michigan, defensive tackle, went to the Cleveland Browns. And then just another player I want to speak about, the running back, Ashton Gently, went to the Raiders.
From Boise State.
Yeah, the Raiders decided to take a running back.
Raiders they should address some defense or something like that, man. They don't know how they
address the defense in the offseason. They signed back,
Crosby, but still, he
You got it. That's their anchor on defense. So you can build around that. But now you got a running back. But in my opinion, who won the first round? Who you think got the best pick? Oh yeah, and we got to talk about the Eagles. Eagles still doing it. Let's talk about the Eagles.
Jihad.
Yeah, they number one at his position in the draft. This kid is phenomenal. Eagles bringing in another linebacker to add to that line.
Ferocious.
And he is like that. He was the number one projected linebacker in the draft.
So he was the number one projected linebacker?
Yes, number one at his position. So he was number one at his position.
The Eagles just keep on hitting it out the park.
Yeah.
They're going to be good for a couple more years, man. They're going to compete again.
I was happy to see that. But now, like we said, in my opinion, the winner of the draft, the best pick probably would go to, in my opinion, will go to the Jaguars with Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, right now, from what I see right now, Travis Hunter, they with that trade they made up to go to the second pick, they won the draft with that pick because they already have a quarterback up there. Trevor Lawrence is not that. They got hurt, but that foul play got hit. But bringing in such a player like Travis Hunter, who, like you say, is almost Swiss knife, he can play offense and defense with that quarterback. I think they won the draft, in my opinion. And then secondly, the Eagles, I believe. Oh no, the Giants probably.
I was about to say
the Giants.
I was about to say the Giants.
Giants won. Then I would probably put the Eagles right there as well. With that pick. Not only because we're from Philadelphia and we fans,
but because it was a great pick.
It was a great pick.
And then it was an extraordinary player that they picked.
Yeah.
The best at his position, like you said. Mm-hmm. So the richest keep getting richer.
And Kansas City Chiefs made a trade with us. Let's go with the 31st pick. Kansas City gave us. They was 31. We was 32.
Yeah, they should have took him. They tripping.
Kansas City took Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, because they was getting battered up there. You know what I'm saying?
They trying to say the
Eagles exposed that offensive line in the Super Bowl. Without even blitzing. So we'll see what happens. But you heard it here first. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.